Hello, my friends. I have something exciting to share with you. There is now an institute, and this institute is a non-profit institute. It means it's dedicated to the greater good. It means everyone is invited to participate, to contribute in any way, or to utilize the services of this institute in its mission. The mission is to answer questions that have been around for at least 2,000 years. These questions have been, we could say, plaguing humanity. Very, very controversial questions. Questions about whether planetary positions really are related to human behavior. It sounds like an absurd proposition. Surveys show that trained scientists, by vast majority, think this is ridiculous, this is absurd, this is nonsense. You know the idea of astrology. You're an Aries, you're a Taurus, the Venus is over here, this is doing something to it. It sounds nuts, it sounds crazy, but people have been pursuing it, people believe in it, millions and millions of dollars are spent on this, and it's high time that we actually answer the question, not just philosophically, not just based on a priori assumptions, not just based on some logical analysis, but to actually collect the data and confirm whether astrology really works, or is astrology myth, just projections of stories onto the sky. Could astrology be more than myth? Some astrologers say that astrology is a kind of divination, but the question we're asking is, does astrology actually work in the way that most people refer to it? They say, oh, you're Taurus, you're stubborn, you're Gemini, you're curious, you're very mutable. Well, people are going around spending millions of dollars telling people things. It's an uncontrolled, wild world out there. And personally, I think a lot of harm is done by conveying information that when it's not true, it's not just entertainment. People are making decisions. People are guiding their lives based on this. People are choosing marriage partners, doing all kinds of things. This is a pervasive, massive activity, global, throughout many nations. No matter what people do, it cannot be stopped. So let's find out once and for all. Collect the data, analyze it, and see if there are actually relationships. And a huge amount of work has already been done. This institute is now founded to resolve these questions. We can resolve them. We can look and we can see if there are relationships. Now, you may say, okay, well, astrology lies outside the domain of science. You may be right, you may be wrong, but let's decide once and for all whether it is. The Cosmobiology Institute is founded by people who are experts in research methods, who understand the astrological systems, to determine whether this really exists. Now, okay, let me click on this. There we go. Sorry. So when I say that the Cosmobiology Institute is researching astrology, well, what does astrology mean? Well, we're not talking about astrology as the word is usually used. The way the word is usually used is it's a belief system based on people's personal experiences and information that's been handed down over time. That may be fine, that's whatever. But what the Cosmobiology Institute is doing is something different. We are employing rigorous academic modern research methods to determine whether there's an actual real association, what we call measurable effects. Are Gemini people more flexible? Are Leo people proud? There are ways to measure psychological traits, behaviors. Does a certain planetary configuration incline towards accidents? Even if your assumption is, oh my God, why would anybody bother to do that? That's nonsense. If that's your assumption, the reason to do it is to confirm once and for all that it is nonsense. Let's find out, and we are finding out. And a huge amount of progress has been made. People are investing time, energy, money, resources to build this new analytical system, the research methods to determine if there are actual real relationships. So On the Cosmobiology Institute website page, which is cosmobiology.org, it states that that this nonprofit institution is dedicated to the empirical verification of relationships between cosmic phenomena with organic life, and to the practical application of these observations and discoveries. So that's what the Institute does. Are there actual relationships between these cosmic phenomena and organic life? And if so, what if something is found? And believe it or not, there is starting to be evidence that there are some connections. I know that sounds wild, but the data speaks for itself. So, this research institute dedicated to the greater good, striving also to provide as much free and open source materials as possible to facilitate discovery and innovation. In this institute, I'm one of the co-founders, I'm one of the board members. This institute, we're dead serious, man. We are going all the way, employing all of our resources to find out and to do it in the, you might say, the purest way possible, using pure evidence-based systems, the most modern research methods, doing things rigorously to answer this question. Is there actually a relationship or not? And no matter what we find out, it's going to be helpful. If we find out these things don't work, we will have solid data and evidence to control misinformation and misunderstandings. If something is found, and there are hints that we're actually finding something, oh my God, this opens up a whole new way of understanding, a whole new technology. So what does the Cosmobiology Institute do? We provide guidance, we provide technical assistance, we provide information, we provide resources to anyone who is sincerely interested in determine what? If astrological variables produce measurable effects. If there's an actual measurable result, such as people could take a personality test that shows how extroverted or introverted they are, or whatever. In fact, some research has been done on that. And we're going to be, some of the members like myself and other people are going to be publishing the results of that. There's been earlier research showing some indications that could be true, and this latest research, very rigorous, showing that the usual ideas do not work. But we're in the process of looking at some of these new innovative ideas and see if they work. It's very exciting to finally answer questions that have been around for 2,000 years or more. Is there something here? We're finding out. We're making tremendous progress. Now, also, if you're interested in getting involved, getting assistance, getting help, either as a receiver of our services or contributing or both, let me make it clear what we do not do at the Cosmobiology Institute. We do not assist in research on the history of astrology and astrological ideas, or the sociology of astrology. Those are important areas. They're great. No institute, no university, nothing is designed to do everything. It's just not the interest of the Cosmobiology Institute. And we do not simply repeat old studies that already show what does not produce measurable effects. So people who just want to disprove, oh, this is nonsense, and they just do another study to prove it, that's not what we're about. What we're about is making progress, moving forward. This is what every scientific endeavor does. Build on a literature review. What has been shown, where can we take it to the next level? Where can we test another idea to show either that it does not work or does work? So this is not an institute like many things in astrology where people just go up in arms because, yes, they believe in astrology. No, they don't believe in astrology. No, we're letting the data speak for itself. We're doing this with respect to build upon existing literature and find out a level playing field to see how this works, if it does work at all. That's the pure essence of an evidence-based practice and modern research methods. So the Cosmobiology Institute, employs academically sound and rigorous modern research methods. We're not playing around. This is university or research institute level type research, not for just tinkering around or whatever. And as a nonprofit institute, we are here to serve you. That's what nonprofit institutes are all about. Now, I've listed here 7 ways that you could get involved with Cosmobiology Institute. 1, as a recipient of the services, utilize the information and resources that we provide. And I'll show you the website later, and you'll get some more ideas of what those specific things will be. But, research guidelines, how to conduct the research, things like that we can do. Number 2, we can work with you on your research project. We can assist you. So you can come to the website, you can ask questions, get information. We can also get more involved in the details of what you're doing and collaborate together on the research. If you like, it's all up to you. We're here to serve you. Number 3, maybe you want to contribute. Maybe you have research expertise. Maybe you have a passion for answering this question. Help us. Share your expertise and your knowledge. Every researcher knows that advancement is made through peer review, through brainstorming, through people with different points of view. It doesn't matter whether you come into this cynical that astrology could ever work or believing, because we're using modern research methods to find out. We need to respond to what the data tells us. Sometimes we might be surprised. We are finding out, we're making discoveries. It's very exciting. Number 4, suppose a relationship is found using modern research methods. You may think, it's already been found. I'm an astrologer, it works. Well, that's fine within that domain, but that's not part of the modern world that confirms things through modern research methods. Suppose we do confirm a relationship of cosmic phenomena with terrestrial life using modern research methods, and then confirming it through application and use with people. These are principles of an evidence-based practice. Well, then we can assist you in developing a commercial application. We, the Cosmobiology Institute, we're a nonprofit institute to simply discover if there's a relationship. It's a service to humanity. If those relationships are found of any kind, huge number of applications. People can build all kinds of services, and they might make lots of money, whatever. We will help you do that. So this is a fabulous resource for people to use. Number 5, you could donate money. We've had 3 significant donations already. We are building the resources. You can make a tax-deductible contribution. We will use your money very carefully, very wisely, very frugally, very effectively. So, Cosmobiology Institute is a nonprofit institute. We're not out begging for money, but it is part of what's happening, and it is vitally important. That's another way you could get involved. You can get involved by contributing, by receiving in various different ways. Number 6, let other people know about the Cosmobiology Institute. Share this information. If you have publications, if you have clients, whatever you're doing, maybe you're in the scientific area, maybe you're in psychology, maybe you're in astrology, whatever you're doing, maybe you're in data mining, areas of research, whatever. If you find this interesting, let others know. That's always tremendously powerful. And number 7, we can collaborate in all kinds of ways. If you have an organization, if you have a team, if you have products that you develop, if you're part of an educational institution, let's collaborate. We're here. We're trying to answer this question. We are answering this question about whether there are measurable effects from celestial phenomena on human behavior, human personality, life on Earth. We're making great discoveries. Huge breakthroughs are actually already beginning to happen. It's a matter of developing levels of confidence. We'll see. We're still at an early stage. Sometimes it looks optimistic, and then you try to repeat the studies, it all falls apart. But you make progress by using modern research methods and understanding what is, how the world works. So the website for Cosmobiology Institute is cosmobiology.org. You can go there to learn more. Let's take a little look at the website. There it is, very simple. There's a home page, introduces what it's about. There's the mission statement. Tells you exactly. Here is information about the Institute, the founding members. Peter G. Neumann, a celebrated data scientist working in many high-tech areas. There I am as a co-founder, and our board of directors, talented, dedicated people. We have advisors and so on. So, and as it says up here, this is founded in the United States as a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Here's information about donating to support it. And we are incredibly grateful to any donations. It's going to help us move forward to do the research. Gradually, we're going to make these open source research tools. We're already working on that. We're already building it. We're already selecting the tools to do that with. You can contribute, you can participate, you can advise whatever you want to do. This is for the world. We're just on the board serving this mission. Nobody owns this. Okay, and the actual research. We have already uploaded. We've already uploaded research guidelines, a PDF file. You can click on that. Guidelines. And this is a short version. We're also developing a much longer, detailed version of principles of research. What's required? Because some people, they have a lot of enthusiasm for doing research. They don't know the terminology. They don't know how to proceed. We're providing guidelines. This is one of our first resources we're giving. Again, it's a nonprofit for the greater good. Most, if not everything that will be produced, will be available to the public without charge. And training and education, this will develop. We can do this. And here's some contact information. There's the email address, cosmobiologyinstitute@gmail.com, and a postal address. So that's it, my friends. Very exciting. There is now an institute to answer these questions using the most advanced, most sophisticated research methods, building very sophisticated tools. When you start seeing the research projects that come out, the high level, similar to the publications that come out of an academic journal, to determine what's really going on. So it's very exciting. If you're involved in anything related to this and you want to participate, you have the email address. Contact us. Let us know. We're here to serve you. We're here to fulfill this mission. Is there a relationship between cosmic phenomena and human behavior? And very often when you do real research, you get surprises. Look what's happened in the sciences, in physics, in even biology. And we're starting to see surprises also. That will surprise both the believers and non-believers. But we're at the initial stage. We're not, we're just building the models and developing some levels of confidence. We'll see where this goes, and we are answering those questions. And regardless of what the answers are, whether anything works or how it works or does not work or whatever we find out, we will learn. And this massive global astrological activity will now have, and it's already happening, have some guidelines for what has been validated, not by some narrow segment that's trying to disprove astrology and has a priori assumptions, or some narrow segment that, already believes in and just finds some particular information to support their belief, but to really do this thoroughly, comprehensively, and continuously. That's it, my friends. Thank you very much for listening and being a part of this movement. Thank you.